This is the plaintiff, Eva Mazie as Liz. She says she hired the defendant to put a new asphalt driveway in. And when he was done, the entire thing was wavy and crumbling. The defendant refuses to honor his warranty of good work, and she's here suing him for the $2,700 she paid because she has to have it completely redone. This is the defendant, Jeff Brinster. He says he's willing and able to fix the plaintiff's driveway, but the woman had absolutely no patience during the pandemic. He has no idea why she decided to file this lawsuit. He doesn't think she has a case and is looking forward to the judge ruling in his favor. He's accused of pavement problems.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff hired the defendant to redo her driveway and says the guy did a horrible job. The defendant saying, wait a minute, this was in the middle of the pandemic, and he agreed that if the job needed work, needed repair, he would come back and do it, and she just is impatient. It's the case of what a pain in the asphalt.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Ms. Mazie-Ars-Lease, you are suing Progressive Construction, represented here by Mr. Brinster, for a full refund of $2,700 that you paid him. And according to you, he did a terrible job. Talk to me.
That's correct. We were in need for a new asphalt driveway, so we called Mr. Brinster and Progressive Construction on August 10th to give us an estimate, and we hired him on the spot. He started the work on
How did you find him?
Through a friend.
Okay.
Through word of mouth.
All right.
And when he came on the very next week, before he came, we talked and spoke, and he said he wanted payment. No problem. He needs to buy the material. We paid him in cash, and he started digging up the driveway. On that day, when I came to check, he was actually leaving with his crew, and as I was looking at the driveway, I noticed already immediately that it was wavy. It was crumbling in parts. It wasn't even. I didn't know.
And you had already paid him in full?
I had already paid him in full.
Why?
And
because he asked you to?
Because he asked me to, and I feel that I didn't feel that he did anything to.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't matter. That's not. Look, the customary thing is to wait and see that you got what you paid for before you finish paying for it. Yes, it's customary to get a deposit because he doesn't want to end up doing the work and then you don't pay him. But it is not customary to pay him full before a job is done. What if the job is done miserably? We have a name for people who do what you do. We call them plaintiffs, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So according to you, the job was awful. You have some pictures that you've introduced into evidence. Let's take a look at the pictures. What am I looking at here?
He put new asphalt, and when you open the gate, it just completely crumbled and comes up.
What am I looking at here?
Just unevenness where the top of the asphalt is crumbling from day one. There you can see also crumbling and unevenness. It rained the following week. The water's pooling in certain areas. This is the same day it was done because the cones are still there.
Okay, so go on. What do you do? On the day that he finishes it, you look at it and you say what?
I say I'm not an expert, but I know this is not correct. And I called him and he said, I cannot come back today. I have another job. I said, okay, no problem. If you can come back tomorrow, take a look at it, see what we can remedy.
So what's that? The day you reach out to him is what date?
August 31st, the day that it was completed. Okay. That same day.
And then what happened?
And ever since then, no response, no call, never showed up. And I just start texting him, sending him those same photos. And I have all the text messages with promises I'll come back tomorrow.
Okay, Mr. Brinster, let me hear from you. What's your response to this stuff?
Well, the day we paved the driveway, when I left, it didn't look like that. What I think happened there is sometimes when the asphalt sits in the silo for too long, it sometimes gets cold. And by the time you get it to the job and try to roll it, it doesn't roll properly. And that's what I think happened in this case. Well,
do you know whether it rolled properly or didn't roll properly? Because you're the one who put the asphalt down. So did it roll properly or didn't it roll properly? Which is it?
Not really, no.
So then why did you leave the job and say it was complete if you could see that you had bad asphalt?
When I left the job, it didn't look anything like it looks now.
I don't know how that can be.
That's from like.
Either way, it doesn't matter because you have a 2-year warranty, so you're supposed to fix it.
Yeah.
How would you fix it? If you had shown up, how would you have fixed
If
it?
they had to fix it, could either get resurfaced or it would have to be ripped out and replaced.
Right. So that's probably not something you were looking forward to. So she says she tried to reach out to you and that you kept making appointments and just never showing up. What say you to that?
I did. She did reach out to me, and I planned on going back. I got very busy in the fall, and then I had a hard time getting people to work because of everything that was going on with the virus. And I planned on going back there eventually, but I didn't make it back right away. And then in the springtime, I got the paperwork in the mail that she was suing me.
Oh, I see. So when you said she was impatient, you meant she waited a season.
Well, I did it, I think, at the end of the summer. And
so 2 seasons.
Yeah, no, less than 8 months, 7 months, yeah.
Right. How patient do you think she has to be while you're busy taking other people's money and doing new jobs?
I planned on fixing it, but
your
like
plans are of no moment.
Busy in the fall.
I don't care. No. It's not that you got busy. It's that you chose to do other things rather than stand by your work.
I did. I had other jobs.
It's not her getting impatient. It's you not standing behind your work. Why is that funny?
I don't think it's funny, no.
Well, you were laughing, so I thought maybe you did.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Well, it does look like this was a bad job. The question is this something that the defendant could fix? And is there a justification for not doing it quickly because of the pandemic? Let's go back into the courtroom.
If I look at her texts, let's look at them. First of all, it's August 28th when you tell him, not August 31st, where you send him photos of the poor job he did. And then, did you get the pics September 1st? I will come tomorrow and fix it. Okay, thank you. And then you wait 2 days. Please let me know if you can come today or tomorrow so we can get this resolved. Good morning. Will you be coming today to fix the driveway? Please return my calls and let me know when you are coming. September 9th. I'll try and come by tomorrow, the next day. Blows you off again. Then you say, yes, please come ASAP. I want to get this resolved before it gets worse. Saturday. I thought you were coming yesterday. Can you come today? Good morning. Monday. Good morning. Are you coming to fix the driveway today? She couldn't be nicer. I'll get over there this week. I need to know what day you got. Are you kidding me? $2,700 verdict for the plaintiff. Pay the lady.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, you heard the judge. The plaintiff has prevailed. She's going to get the full $2,700 back now from the defendant. Mr. Brinster, let me ask you, what are you thinking about the judge's decision?
I agree with the judge's decision.
Were you surprised that she went to the effort to sue you for the money?
I can't, listen, I did the job in the fall or the late summer, early fall. And I just got so busy with other work that I never made it back there. So.
All right, Ms. Eva, let me ask you how you feel about the judge's decision. You got to be relieved at this point, I think, right?
Yes, I am. I'm very relieved, and I thought it was a very fair decision.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, that made you file a lawsuit against him?
I couldn't take it anymore. I don't have the time and effort to chase after somebody for months at a time.
Well, it was certainly worth your while. You're going to get $2,700 back, so congratulations. Good for you. Okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
There's a case of a woman who just ran out of patience. She did the right thing, didn't she, Harvey?
Well, she did indeed do the right thing, Doug, because in a situation like this, especially because she had a warranty, she has every right to get this thing fixed, and fixed within a reasonable time. And even though there was a pandemic, at a point, the delay becomes unreasonable.
Did you have a curfew growing up? Did your daughters have a curfew?
Did I have a curfew? I had a curfew in college.
Wait a minute, let me just digest that for a second. You were in college.
And had a curfew. I was living at home. I went to the University of Miami. It's the only school I was allowed to apply to because I was a first-generation Cuban. I had been chaperoned until I was a senior in high school.
Are you an adult in college?
I had a 1 o'clock curfew in college.
Of course, you were a little younger than the rest of the kids when you started.
I was 17, but still, come on, a 1 o'clock curfew in college?
Right. Well,
and by the way, I still had it when I was 19, so let's not get anything confused here. I still had that 1 o'clock curfew.
And correct me if I'm wrong, when you went to dances, like in high school, and if the kids got a little too close when they were dancing, what would happen?
Well, my mother never did this, but some other people's mothers would get up, separate the two, and say, make room for Jesus.
Really? That's funny because my public school, we never had that sort of thing. It was a little more reckless, let's just say. In our own home, we never I'm not sure we had a formal curfew for the kids. I guess.
What do you mean? That's because you're the fun guy and I'm the disciplinarian. Of course, we had a curfew for the children. Don't be silly.
Yeah, but it was flexible, and we have something that our parents didn't have, which is this low jack that's on your kids.
Right.
Find my iPhone
cell phone
gadget.
Right.
So you always know where they are.
Okay. Let me just be clear. Our children's curfew was not flexible. Okay. They just have cell phones, which we didn't, so they were able to call and explain, and I could always see where they were. That's the low jack.
Well, they would call me and ask for more time, and I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Right. If I was asleep, you would give them more time.
Right.
Right.
But they turned out okay.
They turned out okay.